The stocks I covered in Nuggets yesterday, they were on fire today. HDFC AMC closed a bit down, but that was up more than 5.5% in the day. And Angel One, initially people did not like the results, but then today it was up 5.3%. The first movers for the season set the complete sector on fire. And for some reasons, Motilal Oswal, while the graph is looking good, of late it hasn't done much. Now, yesterday's big mover IDBI, it actually fell a lot today. 5.3% for the closing, but it was down 7-8% for significant part of the day. The news was not NSDL, the news was the sale of IDBI. Results from last few days are doing fine. DMart up 3%, HCL Tech up today. HDFC Life's results were okay. LTTS may get thrashed. The results do not seem good at the cursory glance. Tomorrow is a big day. Havells, Reliance, Axis Bank and Infosys. Besides these stocks, also watch for IHC India Hotels because it is having a dream quarter right now. Perhaps the best in their history, and the results are on Friday. Defense stocks, most of them cooled down a bit, and there was a news today that 3 frontline naval combatants have been inaugurated today by the Prime Minister INS Surat, Nilgiri and Vakshir. Do you know who built these? Mazgaon Dock. The sad part is that this move actually was announced in the year 1998 and it took 27 long years to see the end of the tunnel for the sixth one. Just after closure of the stock markets, there was a money control exclusive news that government is likely to increase railway budget by 15 to 18% in a bid to accelerate the rollout of Vande Bharat. This should excite some of these red stocks, maybe turn some of them non-red. And I'll take that story forward in the Nugget today. I'll talk about how to buy railway stocks for the budget season. I'll also review at a high level the top 4 PSU stocks in my list. I'll give you a sneak peek of the Kavach project. Not many people talk about it. The Kavach project is about the safety of trains. A lot of accidents have happened in the past, and last 1 year, 2 year have not been kind to the railways and the minister either. The project talks about using GPS signals and a lot of technology inside the trains coordinated centrally, so the movement of trains can be tracked, and in real time automation can reduce or prevent accidents. This is one of the most ambitious projects taken up by the Indian Railways on technology upgradation. And markets lost their sheen today. At the top, we again have Reliance ahead of the results, 1.1% up. Next was NTPC, then Trent, Power Grid and Kotak Mahindra Bank. What was down? M&M, Bajaj Finance, Axis Bank, Bajaj Finserv and Sun Pharma. Next 50 also slightly worsened than yesterday, but still a lot of green. 33 stocks up compared to 17 down. At the top, we again have Adani Pack, today Adani Green, along with Adani Power. Yesterday was Adani Energy. At the top today, we have Zomato, LIC yet again and DMart. The tail was lot smaller today. 3 heavyweight sectors at the top, which is the power pack, IT and oil and gas. In the big players, the worst was auto today. Top performers right now are all the green stocks, which is the large cap stocks. Also look at telecom. In the last 2 weeks, only 3 bad days. Nifty was crazy today. The trading range was not very high, but within that it was very volatile. Overall, literally the index did not go anywhere. The movement of Nifty and Sensex were very similar because the large cap stocks are nearly the same. Next 50 was looking a lot better. In fact, it was up 1.5% at the highest point of the day. And today Reliance stock kind of fooled everyone because when Reliance was going up, everyone else was kind of coming down, especially the banks. The synchronization theory, the index did not move, but only 2 banks visible in Bank Nifty today. Kotak Mahindra up 2% and Canara Bank up 1.5%. Volumes at the top were shallow only. Bank Nifty continues to be in red. Most banks in the private sector pack had ordinary volumes. Just IDBI was down with very high volumes. Karnataka Bank hit a new low on very high volumes. In the PSU space, the party ended very quickly. IOB, UCO Bank, Punjab and Sind Bank, Maharashtra Bank, and JNK Bank got a rap on the wrist today from the regulator. They say that the announcement of the CEO was 1.5 hours late. One thing I want to highlight in the investing pack is there is no orange or red. This is fantastic performance from this pack under current market conditions because none of these stocks is a Sensex or Nifty stock. One or two good days and we will see greens returning here. We could see some action in this pack very soon, which is the insurance pack. HDFC Life results were okay. That may excite the entire sector. LIC has been going up only, at least last 2 days. And this sector will again now dance in the anticipation of the GST relief in the budget to come. General insurance companies, I don't think are expecting a GST cut at all. In the IT and platforms pack, MobiKwik was down 12%. The other SaaS companies or IT platforms, they were doing fine. Persistent was up a lot. In fact, it cooled down towards the later part of the day. Otherwise, it was up 5% kinds. This entire top tier is close to 52-week high. That is what the greens say. Autopack, Mahindra cooled down 3% and Electra, the hero from yesterday, that was down 5.5%. Ancillaries, Motherson Sumi was up 2.5%. In the defense pack, watch out for the results of Solar Industries. This is a global company with manufacturing facilities outside India also, and it could be a beneficiary of the ongoing wars. And one thing to highlight, the torpedo system on the new ships, at least one of them I observed, that was from Bharat Dynamics. We have 7 stocks in the red in the oil pack. Reliance was up most 1%. Both BPCL and HPCL corrected. Investment pack was the sector of the day, but power pack was not far behind. In fact, this sector had amazing volumes. Good handsome gains in NTPC, Tata Power, Power Grid, Adani Energy looking fine as well. Coal India up 1.5%. There are perhaps too many shorts in this sector ahead of the budget where power could be one of the themes. SW Solar hit a new low, but it was up 2.7%. This is a Reliance Group company. This company may be up tomorrow also. There are results coming up for this tomorrow. Deep reds in Pharma pack, that too on high volumes. This pack was not looking good today. If we are done with Pharma for now, then we could see a lot of bleeding in this sector in the days to come. Sugar looked good ahead of the budget. This sector should have some more legs. Devyani Foods, which is also run by Varun Beverages CEO, that was up 8.4%. But Varun Beverages was down 1%. The bloodshed in Kalyan Jewelers continued, 6.9% down for the day. As soon as we arrived at 10%, came huge buying. Immediately the stock recovered. I believe there is something going on in this stock which is not normal price movement. One stock which was up a lot was Trent, and one stock which hit a fresh low was Asian Paints. The greenery is looking a lot better than the reds we are used to seeing last few days. Only auto sector was down. FIs also reduced their selling. The net selling part only sold 4,500 crores. HDFC Life's profit rose 14% year on year, and L&T Tech's Q3 net profit fell 4%. The articles on some of the popular sites suggest that rupee rebound best ever day in 7 months. However, when I was creating this video, I saw rupee at 86.39 only, and Brent, however, was below 80 today. UK inflation dropped, and as I speak, US CPI has come in line with expectations. Markets are partying there, and the biggest party is happening in the crypto world. Bitcoin is nearing a century right now. Tomorrow we might see a lot of green here, hopefully. My trades for the day, I only sold HDFC AMC. There was a point in the day when HDFC AMC had gone up 5.5%, 6% kinds. And at that time, I saw the complete market in a meltdown mode, and I managed to sell it nearly at the highest point of the day. I don't think this is a bad stock at all. I like the stock, but I'll buy it back later on. Remember, in the last 12 months, this is the third union budget, and every budget means railway stocks go up. Let me start with the top 4 stocks. This is the number 2 stock by market cap, RVNL. This company was established somewhere around 2002-2003 when the government of Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, they laid an emphasis on the modernization of railways. So this company was established with the role of doing a lot of grunt work on behalf of government and the railway ministry. Now RVNL peaked somewhere around the previous budget which came after the election results. Since then it has been coming down only. Right now it is in oversold zone. The P is still pretty high for a government company, 58. IRFC is the largest government company in this space by market cap. It is an SPV just like PFC REC. The idea is to mobilize financial resources through market borrowings for railway projects. PFC REC are specifically towards the power sector. This company also peaked somewhere around the previous budget and has been coming down since then, just coming out of the oversold zone. Here also if you see the PE is 27, pretty high for a railway company, PSU finance company. PFC is around 7 and REC is around 8 or 9 here. IRCTC, most people think that it is just a railway ticketing company. I realized today that they book buses, they book flights, they book hotels, holidays also. Railway ticket also is not their exclusivity now. For example, Confirm Ticket, which is a company owned by Ixigo, they also book tickets, and tickets are now booked by most apps also like PhonePe, GPay, I believe. It is no longer a monopoly of IRCTC. This company peaked ahead of the previous budget and has been coming down significantly since then. And it is also around the oversold zone. PE of 50, dividend yield of 1%, pretty expensive company. Now Ircon is one of the oldest infrastructure companies in the country, especially in the railway space. Oversold, going down since the budget day. Now if you have to build railways, then you have to build these tracks. Lot of railway infrastructure is pretty old. Many accidents happen because these tracks are giving way right now. We need to lay down more tracks and we need to replace a lot of tracks. As a result, there is a demand for these tracks which is made of steel. Historically, Steel Authority of India has been the biggest supplier to railways for this. Jindal Steel and Power specialize in the long tracks, which means lesser joints. Indian Railways revises contract for Vande Bharat sleeper trains, brings down train count to 133. This may sound negative. It is not. What Railways has said is we will increase the length of the train considerably. The engines have a good capacity, they can carry more coaches. The platforms can be expanded. This actually leads to a better capacity utilization. Who is building these trains? Russia's company along with RVNL. They got one contract in March 2023. The second lowest bidder was BHEL along with Titagarh Wagons. They bought certain contracts. 80 and 53 trains. I don't think this is a listed company. Integral Coach Factory ICF in Chennai along with BML. They are also involved in the suppliers of Vande Bharat trains. ICF is the world's largest rail coach manufacturer. They manufacture 16 to 18 train sets per month. Capacity is important. BML's name is misleading, Bharat Earth Movers Limited, but they do a lot of other work also. They also aggregate critical systems like electrical, propulsion, bogies, brake systems. Now in the modern trains, you will see a lot of steel, especially in the metros. Jindal Stainless is a specialist in that. By the Jindal Stainless is also the biggest supplier to Gillette for their razor business. Alstom is a company which has lost out recently 30,000 crores. You might have seen Ramakrishna Forgings going up a lot on my dashboards. The reason I included this smallish company on the dashboard was because it was getting lot of orders. In fact, I owned this company for a while, then I didn't buy it again because that has run up a lot. The biggest one is Baba Kalyani's Bharat Forge, however. One more big player, especially when it comes to locomotives. Locomotives, the modern ones don't look like these. The vintage ones look pretty, but we have got rid of coal and diesel now. We are going for electric ones. BHEL is among the bigger players there, especially for the Vande Bharat trains. One more player in this business is Siemens. These three players are the major manufacturers of electric engines. Now the Kavach project is very ambitious and that will take some time. It will probably take another 4 or 5 years to see probably the light of the day, or maybe we'll see certain tracks getting covered. There is a company called Tejas Software. I was planning to create a video out of it. I haven't got time till now, but I thought I'll still mention it. Tejas is a major beneficiary of the Kavach project. That is why I'm trying to increase my holding in Tejas. BL is another beneficiary along with Siemens. This project, watch out, The stock prices may reflect the gains after a while only, but this project will create a lot of fortune for many companies. Long-term holders of these stocks will make a lot of money. Hope this analysis style was useful. Take your own decisions. This is only for educational purpose. Thanks for watching and I will see you tomorrow.